Hi, it's Mrs. P. I'm going to read this book to you. It's called Imagine. So here's a small boy looking at things. It's by Juan Felipe Herrera, illustrated by Lauren Castillo. This book is a non-fiction book, which means it's it really happened, and it's 811 HER. So it's the number and then the first three letters of the author's last name. So let's see. Have you ever imagined what you might be when you grow up? Well, that's what this boy. When Juan Felipe Herrera was very young, he picked flowers, helped his mama feed the chickens, slept under the starry sky, and learned to say goodbye to his friends every time they moved. Imagine. It's our title page. If I picked chamomile flowers as a child in the windy fields and whispered to their fuzzy faces, imagine. And if I let tadpoles swim across my hands in the wavy creek, imagine. And if I jumped high into my papa's army truck and left our village of farm workers and waved adios to my amiguitos, imagine. If I let the stars at night paint my blanket with milky light, with shapes of hungry birds while I slept outside, imagine what you could do. Look at how beautiful that is. And if I helped Mama feed the hopping chickens and catch the crazy turkey in the front yard of our new village, imagine. There's the turkey heading out. If I walked through the evening forest at the top of a mountain with a silvery bucket to fetch water from the next town, imagine. And if I moved to the winding city of tall, bending buildings and skipped to a new concrete school I had never seen, imagine. If I opened my classroom's wooden door, not knowing how to read or speak in English, imagine. I imagine that would be difficult for a kid. If If I practiced spelling words in English by saying them in Spanish, like pencil for pencil, imagine. If I collected gooey and sticky ink pens because I loved how the ink flowed like tiny rivers across soft paper, imagine. If I grabbed a handful of words I had never heard and sprinkled them over a paragraph so I could write a magnificent story, imagine. All those words that he's writing, that he's learning to write in a different language. It's a big thing. And if I stood up in a school far away from where I lived and sang for the first time in front of class, imagine. And if I started to write a poem on a skinny paper pad after school as I walked on the wide sidewalk and then finished it when I got home, imagine. If I picked up my honey-colored guitar and called out my poem every day until it turned into a song, imagine. And if I gathered many words and many more songs with both of my hands and let them fly over my mesa and turned them into a book of poems, imagine. Look, he's getting older. And if I stood up wearing a robe in front of my familia and many more on the high steps of the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., and read out loud and signed my book, like my poetry book like this, Poet Laureate of the United States of America. If all that, if I could imagine that, imagine what you could do. So it's never, never, you're never too young to start imagining what you can accomplish in your life. And the dedication is for Anthony, Cyrus, Dominic, Dylan, Felix, Gianna, Kimiko, Kato, Lucas, Luna, Paloma, Solana, and Tanner, in memory of my sister Sarah Chavez, and for Alana, and for all dreamers. Bye.